Hello and welcome to Star Trek Empok Nor, a role-playing game by the Cobalt Cafe in the Star Trek Adventures role-playing system. I am Tara, your GM for this episode, and today, in no particular order, with us we have a Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I play the only Starfleet officer, Lieutenant Commander 16, ex-Borg.
We have James.
Hey, I am James, and today I will be playing a somewhat recent addition to the Star Trek pantheon. I will be playing a Romulan by the name of Thani, and she is a Kawat Malat.
And lastly, we have Tom.
Hey, I'm Tom. I'll be playing Dan Hansen. He's an ex Federation. He's sort of a tactical. He's a soldier for hire, but also field medic, kind of tactical guy.
And we might be having an Everoth later, but he is missing in action at the moment, so. Alright, so for all you Star Trek people out there, this game is going to be taking place in the timeline about 5 years after Deep Space Nine has come to an end. So post-Dominion War. We can give you the exact year in a... should we give the exact year? I think we should.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's early
I'm
2380s.
mostly buying time. There we go, 2380, so I can pull up the document. And yeah, it's 2380. Been 5 years since the Dominion War. I've already said that. And this game starts with you all on a Klingon transport ship, old dinky thing, and just the three of you with a Gorn passed out in the corner. You have gotten on from probably actually it's been kind of a taxi service, so you got picked up wherever port on this little ship. You've kind of talked to each other occasionally, but haven't no more than little highs and stuff there. You're getting close to your destination, which is Empok Nor, a station in the exact same design as Deep Space Nine that has recently started seeing refugees and business entrepreneurs and a bunch of people all going to the station to make their mark on the universe, and you are some of those people. And have at it if you would like to do some player role playing.
Well, I think the fact that he's wearing a Starfleet uniform probably makes 16 a bit of an outsider. I'm sure the Klingon crew doesn't think much of him, and depending on, your dispositions, I don't know how you would feel about a Starfleet officer. Or the fact that he is obviously a former Borg. He's got a couple of cybernetic components sticking out of his. It's not shaved. His head is just incapable of growing hair at this point, and he has a very large cybernetic eye. They could not remove his ocular implant.
Yeah, so I think Thani is sitting comfortably, big smile on her face, and just kind of observing. She's got the traditional like robes and the headdress on, and yeah, definitely a sword sticking up over her shoulder, and she's just smiling and taking it in. I really like these old ships. They've got so much character to them.
I
Yeah,
do
He
Dan
not.
says that out loud.
I do not believe that this ship is entirely structurally intact, and we should be wary.
Well, that's where half the fun is. Yeah, no, Dan's just kind of chilling there. He's looking to, kind of excited to get to this s- station, and kind of excited to be back on the, back out in the world again. He was working for Starfleet for a long time, and he's kind of,
What was your rank when you were a Starfleet officer?
commander.
Okay.
That's a good question. How many pips do you got on your collar there, Colin?
I'm a lieutenant commander.
Lieutenant
So
Commander.
2 and hollow 1.
If there's no more conversation, you'll hear a little thing over the comm saying, "We are." Oh, I can't. I might have a sore throat, so I'm not even gonna try a Klingon voice.
Yeah, you are. You're not going to notice that you're doing it, but you're going to.
We are close to your destination. Please gather all or gather all of your items, as it will not be returned to you if it is forgotten.
Get 16 stands up and walks over to where he's got like a Egyptian sarcophagus sized thing propped up against the wall, like on a dolly.
Mhm.
He's checking it over.
The Gordon kind of groggily wakes up, yawns, and just starts heading up, like grabs his duffel bag and starts heading to the air dock. Like,
Bonnie probably grabs like a small shoulder bag and puts it on. Like, that's me.
Yeah, same. Just like puts on a backpack or whatever. The future equivalent is.
So, what brings you to Empok Nor?
Well, I'm just looking to get back out in the frontier, sort of find a new home.
Ugh. And you, Federation?
I requested this assignment from my captain. We were told that this station was going to have a small permanent Starfleet contingent, and I volunteered.
Oh,
Well, that's very pretentious of you.
Pretentious? Raises an eyebrow, which apparently he can grow.
To come be the Starfleet representative out here for such an endeavor.
It is where I believe that I can be most useful.
Oh, well, we seem to have that in common at least.
He inclines his head forward a little bit.
Oh, I just think this is absolutely a lost cause. There's no way that this is going to work.
And yet you are coming.
Oh, yes, I've sworn my blade to it.
Indeed. And he's looking over your shoulder at the hilt of the sword. That is a somewhat archaic weapon, is it not?
It is. It requires a certain art to wield, but in but as with a brush, I can create quite the painting.
No doubt. Though I wonder how you would fare if your opponent is armed with a phaser and is several meters away. And this is the first time you've seen him smile.
I don't know. You should ask the last guy. And you see her smile. But you can't, because he's in 6 pieces.
All right. You guys definitely hear the sound of the warp drive going down. I don't think we have that sound effect, but and all of the warpy stars out of the gringy small windows stop floating by, and you see a huge but raggedy looking station from out the windows. It looks like this has been picked over a few times by a number of entities for spare parts. There's bits missing. It looks like one of the upper pylons is just like completely non-functional right now. As like, there's entire segments of it that are exposed to space. And there are some like shuttlecraft and stuff flying around, but it's pretty kind of sad and pathetic looking. The things you were promised and what you're seeing now are two very, very different things. But then the voice comes over the intercoms. We will be docking in 30 seconds. Brace for him, brace for contact. And ship goes in and rough. You can hear when the ship connects to the outer pylon, and it rattles some, and the airlock opens. And as people are starting to walk out to the promenade, there's a good 30 people walking onto this ship. Like, they're not even letting you guys get off before you guys are out there. So we don't have a full map of the promenade because the promenade is huge. But what we do have is a little bit of a map. So we can place it on here. So if you just want to put yourself on this little map over here, you're at the upper dock there.
What little map?
Up top, over here.
Where? I am seriously not seeing it.
Not on the table. At the end of the table.
Oh, there we go. I see what he's up to.
So, sorry, you docked on not the outer ring. You docked on one of the inner ring docks. The smaller shuttle ones. Because there are a couple of those. As this is not a big shuttlecraft. Looks like that group leaving is going to be very uncomfortable. And as you're leaving, you hear a voice saying, "We promised your accommodations will be pressurized shortly. If you would please all just stay on board." And you see a scantily clad Orion woman smiling and like pleading at the entrance of all the exporting people. Please, if you just give us another chance. If one pushes past you guys, and probably a good 50 people in total. 30 were in the docking area and 20 were waiting their turn, and now it's just like that is going to be one on the ship.
I think 16 sort of rolls his luggage off to the side and waits patiently for the flow.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think Thani does the exact same thing.
All right. Well, eventually it'll clear up so you guys can fit through, and when you do, the Orion woman smiles at you and says, "Hello and welcome to Empok Nor. I am the REH, here to assist you on your transition in your time to this station."
16 kind of tilts his head quizzically. He's like, "What are you?"
I am the recreational escort hologram. Here to assist you with any needs you may have on the ship. Also, you can purchase time spent with me for a minimal fee of latinum.
That won't be necessary, but I do require a space that is at least 1 meter by 1 meter by 2.5 meters with access to the station's power grid.
Many of our habitat arrangements are open, if some are decompressed at this time. We have just recently had 50 openings.
I will require one of those with an atmosphere.
Yeah, same.
Yes, I will also require one with an atmosphere. Thank you.
Wonderful. If you just follow me while I give you, we'll head to the turbo lift, as well as I can give you the basic tour. She starts to go around and says, "This is the promenade, where all the shops and further and commerce will be." As everything is like boarded up right now,
Dark, empty,
dark empty.
trash on the floor.
Oh yeah, this and um and she says, "And we recently have fully gotten rid of all of the bodies."
Well, that's good.
That's handy.
I did
Sleeping with
request a
corpses is
room
never
with
much
an
fun.
atmosphere, right? I feel like that's important.
Yeah. As did I.
All our rooms that you will be assigned do have atmospheres. Will actually be next to each other, as they are some of the ones that currently do have atmosphere. Continuing this way, um, all new inhabitants will have ample opportunity to decide what will be in these shops. If you have any ideas or requests or shop that you wish to open on your own, please put them in the suggestion box at she points back to here at the main social area, which is yet to be named. As well, our leader is always happy to meet with new crew members for ideas, and or if you're looking for work, what that can be assigned to you. As you guys are walking that corner, quickly clone a figurine. A lady with red face paint, like, starts approaching, and the REH looks and says, "Oh, this is our current security heads of security, Zara Klen." She kind of looks you all up and down, and
Sure.
just gives you all a bit of a nod and says,
Hmm.
If I catch you trying to break into any place, don't. We know where all the conduits are and what pieces are already missing, so don't go scrapping for more.
Copy that.
Those of you, who has had experience at all with the Alpha or the Gamma Quadrant at all?
Right, a little bit.
16 is familiar with the Delta Quadrant, but not really the Gamma.
Okay. Well, those who have had experience with the Gamma Quadrant or like read reports from the Dominion War or something, you know this is actually a Gamma Quadrant race that is technically under Dominion control, but like not. But as they kind of took a really bad beating on this side, the Dominion isn't what it used to be. And she'll just continue walking past unless any of you want to stop her or do anything.
No.
Step out of her way.
She definitely eyes you all over and then just kind of stops at your character, James. I can't remember your character's name. What was it again? Thawny. And then goes, weapons are all right on the promenade, but don't you be pulling that thing out and murdering anyone.
Depends on the path they choose.
Yeah, and then if you murder anyone on my on this station without my express permission, you're going to be having some time in the brig there, lassie. And then just strolls on, continues past.
I like
not
the
even letting you
station.
have another word. All right, then the REH says, well, she's as pleasant as always. Right this way to the turbo lift. And I think this is the turbo lift? Where's the turbo lift? Colin.
I don't know. What's the most terrifying looking piece on here?
The weird, like, yeah.
Well, anyway, it doesn't particularly matter at this instance. You all pull onto the turbo lift. And so, I don't know if any of you have been to DS9, but they have scary turbo lifts. This one is even worse because it doesn't even have the railing on it currently. So, like, if you were to, like, stumble, you'd be probably pressed against the wall and shot up and collide with the ceiling at breakneck speeds. She goes, mind your step. This is the only functioning one of the habitat ring at this time. And she'll say habitat ring, section 4 or what have you. And then you'll she'll guide you to a area, and she'll point out, I'm like, these are your four rooms. The Gorn has been traveling behind you the whole time too. These are your 4 rooms. Feel free to decorate them however you'd like. There is a force field currently there, as that area is currently decompressurized. If you have any more questions, please feel free to connect to me on comms. I'm here 26/7.
The power hookups?
In your quarters. You can also request, if you need, our ship mechanic, or our station mechanic. We didn't actually attach her name to her character thing. Our ship mechanic or station mechanic at any time.
I should be just fine. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day and enjoy your time on Empok Nor. And then she'll get back on the turbo lift and leave you guys to be at it. If you want to throw yourself on the table, I'm about to put away that station. And you're all just standing there. The Gorn just like blinks, kind of sticks his tongue out a little bit, and then without saying a word, walks in and closes it.
Well, guess I'll check out the quarters.
Well,
Yeah, I guess-
The quarters aren't as. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, well, for to be neighbors, then perhaps we should make plans to find somewhere to eat later.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, I go for that. Maybe that unnamed socialist social area.
Perhaps there's a Quarks franchise around here.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go install some technology.
All right. As you guys enter, the quarters aren't as bad as they could be, but you definitely were hoping for better. Like there aren't any exposed wires or anything like that. But on one of your quarters, let's just roll a. Do we got a D6 or a D3 anywhere? Of course, there's not.
Oh, there's the challenge die up above the die roller. So it's got 3 different types of faces. One has stars, one has nothing, and one has Federation symbol.
All right. Each roll that. Let's see how badly your thing is.
I got stars.
All right. So your room hanging above the replicator, it says, liquids only currently. Will fix at ASAP. And there's also a bit of a missing floor tile with like a piece of wood over it.
Like actual wood.
Yeah. Like just so you know you don't fall through it. It's not like plugged in or anything. You could definitely lift that shit up and look down there. All right. How about James? Why don't you roll next to see how badly yours is?
I love this dice roller, BT dubs. Starfleet.
Starfleet, yours is actually pretty nice. It looks like actually someone left a bed in here with a little bit of a, you know when someone abandons like an apartment,
Yeah.
and you find like a bed with like a bed frame in there, or like you're somewhat furnitured already.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I guess the first thing she does is head over to the replicator and make some cleaning supplies. Gets to work.
All right, Tom, why don't you give a roll?
Where's the die roller? I'm just confused.
It's at the top of the table over here. There's a big blue thing,
Okay.
and there's a dice at the bottom of it if you wanted to. Or I can.
There we go. Yeah, showing up.
Or not? What the hell?
Well, you got
Going
to
down
inch
the
it
hole.
before. It has to have at least a tiny amount of momentum.
That
That-
one.
There we go.
And you got Starfleet symbol too. Okay, yeah, you have a very similar thing. Yours has 3 hammocks in it. Like,
Mhm.
and what looks like a roost. Like, it's either a pull-up bar or a roost, but it might be it's either a pull-up bar for a really small person or a roost for some kind of bird person.
Nice.
But you definitely have hammocks. Colin, actually, the hole in the floor makes it a little bit easier to hook up to the conduit, though.
Perfect. Do I need to roll for that?
Yes, please. This is a good moment for us to do a quick tutorial on the rolling again, because I know it's been a while for some of us, and also our viewers can hear the unique way that Star Trek does their rolls.
Yeah. So first, the GM gives the difficulty.
Yeah, for this, I would say you've gotten pretty used to it. So I'm going to say 2.
Okay.
Like, it's still difficult enough, because you got to deal with power and things like that, because I assume you're hooking up your Borgy thing, charging station thing.
Yeah. I'm plugging in my alcove.
Yeah.
So the character always rolls 2 dice, and they can buy more with various types of currency. I only have 1 point of that currency, so I'm saving that for later in the mission. And we do not have any momentum, which is sort of the other thing. So I am going to have to hope that I do well on this roll, or I'm going to have to ask for help from somebody else. All right.
Alright.
So the GM tells us what the role is going to be. Obviously, it's going to be engineering, but then
Yeah, this would be.
what attribute? Control,
I'm.
fitness, presence, daring, insight, or reason?
I think this one is control because it is a precise hookup. You're dealing with small, connecting wires and things like that.
Okay, so I add the two together, so I've got 11 control and a 4 engineering, and so that means that I have to roll a 15 or less. I don't have any focuses that would apply here. So if I roll a 1, it's considered like a critical success, and I'll get 2 successes. But otherwise, both of these need to roll under 15, which isn't terrible. They both rolled under 15, so I hook up my
Yep.
alcove just fine.
Yep. It sparks for a minute, but then it's fine. Just the connection wire placement is just like Star Trek classic, like EPS, like, and then it starts humming, and the little like Spencer's gift, electronic like thing at the head point turns on.
All right, yeah, I'll step into that and spend at least an hour or so regenerating.
All right, you other two, we have a little bit of time to kill, or we could just skip forward.
Yeah, like I say, I think Thani is just like cleaning and creating her, controlling her environment.
Everything needs cleaning, so yeah, we'll probably spend an hour doing that.
Okay, so yeah, cleaning for an hour or so, and then you will actually who wants to be closest to the turbo lift?
I mean, I already have the shittiest room, so I may as well also be the one that's next to the turbo lift.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're actually going to about an hour and a half later, you will have a chime at the door.
I will step forward out of my alcove, and it beeps some sort of annoying warning at me that I'm not done regenerating, and walk over and open the door.
There is a Bajoran man, standing out front of your door, outside your door, with a little hover cart of plants, and he smiles at you and says, "Hello, and welcome to Empok Nor."
Thank you.
I am Brother Tima, and I am here giving you a gift of life. And he'll motion to the potted plants and say, "Feel free to pick whichever of these you would like to spruce up your new living quarters."
That is very generous of you. Thank you. I do not require any sort of decoration.
But life is a gift from the Pa Wraith, my friend. And life should be in your place of abodes at all times.
Would it be a social harm if I were to not accept this?
Of course not. You may do as you wish. I was only being a humble servant of the true God.
Thank you for your offer, and just take one step backwards and just close the door.
All right. We'll say next is Tom. You get a
Okay.
chime at the door. similar exact greeting as before.
Mm-hmm.
Smiles and does the, I have a plant for you, kind of.
Mm-hmm. I nod and thank them, and accept it humbly, or whatever
Yeah,
proper reading is. Yeah.
if you want to make a roll, a botany roll, you can. That'd be a science, insight, probably, or yeah, insight. Do you think so, Colin? Or insight or reason?
Insight is
Insight is social norms. Yeah, it would be reason.
yeah, to figure out something about the plants would definitely be reason. Insight
It's
deals
not
with creatures.
It's not necessary. If you want to, you can roll a science reason.
Yeah,
Challenge
might as well.
for 1.
That means 1.
Yep, 1 science. You roll 2 science dice.
Okay.
And you currently do not have any bonuses or anything like that, and I don't think you have a botany.
No, but I can get
Yeah.
so 12. Yeah, they're both under 12. Yeah.
So you beat it by 1.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't that do something, Colin?
It gives anything above the difficulty adds momentum to the pot.
Yep.
So we now have 1 momentum. Although when you transition from one scene to another, you lose 1 momentum.
But who knows? James might be able to get another momentum. There are some actually. These are all, not all, but mostly Bajoran placed plants.
Mm-hmm.
They actually are very nice considering they almost look like they were picked fresh from the planet.
Nice. Yeah.
But they couldn't be because
Mm-hmm.
be a jerk moving all these. And you didn't see him on the shuttle with them, with you guys. So they're obviously grown on station. And one of them is actually a plant that can be used for like burns and stuff like that, kind of like an aloe vera.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Oh, thank you.
Also, it's really hard to kill that one.
Mm-hmm.
He will smile at you and say, "Blessed are you, and if you need assistance or wish to hear about the true prophets, I am always here to lend an ear or to speak on their behalf."
Thank you. Just find a corner for the plant.
Just dump it down. Okay.
Yeah, just put it somewhere nice. But yeah.
And then last is James.
So the chiming on the door.
Yep.
Enter.
Oh, you just basically asked a Jehovah Witness inside. Okay. He's just gonna pop in with the cart and smile at you openly, and he says, "You are a brave one, letting anyone who into your quarters without even knowing who they are." He'll smile and say, but I am a friend. My name is Kubi Tima."
Well, hello, Kubitima. My name is Ani. What brings you here today?
"I have brought a life for your quarter." And he'll
Oh.
motion to the plants. "You may take some if you would like.
Oh
A gift
my.
from the true prophets."
Oh, that is just what this place needed. Was some life. And then yeah, I don't know. Pick a couple that are pretty and go put them over by like the windowsill. Does this room even have a window, or is it like on the inside?
No, there aren't any. I don't think any rooms on DS9 that don't have windows, or not
Okay.
DS9 on the DS9 style of station. It is designed to have all of the windows.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Go put it like by the window under the window.
He'll definitely
Why? Thank you.
smile. He'll smile at you, and he'll kind of approach a little bit. And if you let him, he's gonna grab your ear.
How?
Like not forcefully, but you know the way that Bajorans do sometimes.
It's just the ear is kind of covered.
Oh, I guess we're in a hood. Okay, he won't try that then. He'll put your hand on his shoulder and say, I am always here to speak on the behalf of the prophets, or if you need any assistance,
Oh,
or
I am
freshly
not
grown.
interested in your false gods.
Oh, right. Absolute candor.
That he definitely like does that thing where he's still smiling, but that is the fu smile. And then he'll go, or if you would like any freshly grown produce or the like, I have a cargo bay that has been converted into a hydroponics.
Oh
Now,
my,
if
I'm
you'll
sure that
excuse,
is beautiful. I would love to see it.
he'll give you the location of it. And say,
Ah,
blessed.
well,
Go ahead, James.
oh well, I will definitely stop in.
Blessed be you the prophet or the Pare, and he'll give you a bit of bow and then head out and then walk down one. Ever, you're in your new room, and there's a after coming to the station.
Oh, roll the dice thing. How
Oh
good
yeah,
is
roll the
Ever's
dice.
room?
Still loading. Sorry for the delay. I do apologize for that.
Oh, you're fine.
It's okay. I'll give you a quick roll on this.
You
What
actually, your
color
timing
am
was
I?
perfect.
Green or orange?
You are.
Green. I made you green because you're playing a Gorn.
Thank you.
All right, so Ever,
Mm-hmm.
you had gotten to the station a couple hours ago, and I need you to currently. There's a dice over. Are you in the room yet? Yeah. There's a dice over here. Roll that for me.
Over here?
Yeah, up top. No, this black one up top of the tower.
Oh, okay. I
Roll
was on
that down
another
the
height.
tower. Down
roll
the
it down
tower.
the tower.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
I picked that one because it was the most.
Oh.
Give it just a little bit of English. There you go.
There you go.
Nothing.
And
Okay, that's
nothing.
cool.
Okay, so your room is the most bare bones thing you've ever seen. It is like not broken like some people's rooms, but at the same time, uh, like there's no bed, there's nothing. You literally have an empty room and your duffel bag after getting to this station.
Got it. Like one of those, there's just a room and a little, I'm not sure how you call those iron cottages that is just like a string of cloth. He's like, uh, essentials. Good. That will do. And he just he puts on his things and gets to know the room.
Okay, you did probably some light cleaning because it does need a cleaning. In there, and after about an hour and a half of cleaning, there's actually a chime at the door.
He's gonna open the door and he's like in the middle of taking like tests out of the room to see the material. Yes.
Hello, my friend. I am Kubi Tima. I'm here to bring you a gift of life. And he motions to a little cart full of plants.
He looks at the plants and he pokes him with one of his very long claw fingers and says, "What produce do they leave?"
These are not produce plants. These are mostly decorative, my large friend.
He pokes him again. Are those plants made out of plastic or real plants?
They're real plants. If you want, you could roll a botany for us. It would be
Botany.
in
That would be science, right?
science and reason.
Uh, I have a
Challenge 1.
4 and a 11.
Yeah, so if you want, you roll 2 science dice and try to roll under, what was it, 4 and 11, under a 15. On either of those, you'll get a success.
Here I go.
So, looks like you got 2 successes, so 1 more momentum. And yeah, they're all decorative. There is one plant that's kind of like an aloe that can be used for burns and whatnot.
Ah,
And he's well offered you to take a few of them if you'd like. But they are all very aesthetically pleasing and from the Bajoran homeworld.
uh, he will take one, then rustle on his pack, and am I the type that keeps something like that? No
I mean, you can have
lethal.
whatever the hell you want in that bag as long as it's not like an insane weapon or something.
Yeah, I'm just checking my values and talents to get in character. No every machine. Let's separate everything. Uh, I gotta go with him just giving him like a standard battery for whatever or common use on any part of the ship.
Okay, so you just give him a power cell?
Yeah, just a power cell for his troubles.
He'll thank you and let you know that there is he is welcome. He's open to speaking to you about the true prophets, and if you would like to come down to his hydroponics bay, you are always welcome. And then he will leave you. At this point, you're all kind of heard that happen just down the line, so you know everyone is like at least awake and about at this point. Your new neighbors.
Mhm.
All right, we were gonna
We
go
had,
get food.
yeah.
Is this about the time that Tom, your character, like pops out like, does anybody need an extra hammock?
Yeah, right. Anybody in a hammock? I got a couple.
No, thank you.
Like Goran doesn't have a bed.
I don't think anybody manufactures Gorn strength hammocks.
He at this point before he goes to eat, he probably repurpose it as some sort of very basic but strengthening layout with one of the other power cells he has with him, using it to make a little bit of a light bulb and give it light.
I mean, it's a hammock can easily also be turned into a shelf.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you now have a cloth shelf in your room.
Nice.
Uh, you didn't actually participate in this ever, but when you were heading up here, groggily, half awake because you took a nap on the shuttle, you heard these guys talking about getting food in a bit, and you currently see them all out in the hallway.
Uh, he will give them a greeting, waving his hand in a wavy motion as he just passes by and grabs one of those trays to get some food.
Oh no, they'd be going down to get food.
Oh,
You're currently in like the habitat ring where all your uh where you know the apartments are.
okay. Yeah, but he will still like come to them and give them a greeting. Mostly after he notices, or what are your ranks?
No ranks. Only one person has a rank.
I am Lieutenant Commander in Starfleet. My name is 16. My designation is 16.
I am chief engineer. I am not sure how much responsibility that entails, or if I should lower that.
Well, so that's just the what the character generator put in.
Yeah,
Like
you're not actually on
we're-
a ship. You're
we're not part of Starfleet. What we're doing is actually kind of a little outside the realm of what the game was kind of intended to do.
yeah. So you're a mechanic, and you came here for opportunity.
Yeah.
And there's
You're not.
plenty of opportunity.
There's
This
plenty
place
of
is
Yeah.
falling
opportunity,
apart.
especially for a mechanic.
Yeah. You're gonna be my
Yeah.
new best friend.
You are not going to want for work, my friend.
uh, yeah. So, but there's a turbo lift. You guys are right next to the turbo lift. So if you wanted to head down to the promenade area, there is food to be had there. Or maybe you think you saw a replimant.
I hope so. All right. Uh, shall we?
Yeah, let's the
I could eat.
social area.
Okay. I don't think I'm currently. There is a replimant. I'm not going to pull up that
Mhm.
map.
That's
I
fine.
don't think it's necessary. But if you want to cluster around, so. But yeah, the replimant works. It is. The menu is pretty limited. It is mostly Cardassian.
Just scan for whatever has the closest nutritional content to what I would need and select that.
I've never had Cardassian cuisine. Let's try that. Oh, that is repulsive.
As you keep eating it.
He'll take
I'll punch something
whatever
random too.
All right. So you guys are eating randomly. Go ahead and talk, unless you're just eating silently.
So we
So
should all
how is
figure out something to
everybody's
do
room?
while we're here. Had a couple of hammocks. That was nice, and a roost maybe.
I have a hole in my floor. And when the turbo lift arrives, one wall of my chambers vibrates.
Oh, dude, that's rough. I'd offer you a hammock, and I'm pretty sure you use that thingy.
Could fix if you want.
It it would be nice to have an extra set of hands to replace the flooring. Yes.
Sure, got to get familiar with all places of this station. Station spaceship, sorry?
Station.
Station.
Station. One place at a time, after all.
It's this over here, ever.
Oh,
If you're curious what it looks like.
that is cool. I've never seen one of those.
We need to get you to watch some more Star Trek there, buddy.
Or
Yeah,
any Star Trek.
or any Star
Maybe Star
Trek.
Trek. Okay, actually, at the table next to you, you see two people coming back from the replicators, and they sit down and are talking rather loudly, like not badly loudly, but enough that
Mhm.
if you wanted to, you could listen in. If you don't want to, that's also okay.
Of course, I'll listen in. I'm curious.
Yes, 16 will also eavesdrop.
Get the lay of the land.
The last batch was my crew. I don't. This is not a one-person job. Please, I'm begging you, come along, says the Cardassian guy. And the Trill lady looks at him and goes, I have so much to do. Literally, pieces are falling off the ship or the station. I don't have time to go to the Badlands to help you do whatever you're doing. And he kind of leans in and goes, it's very crucial what I'm doing. I have gotten word that there's very valuable tech there that would allow this station to prosper more.
Wait,
I'm willing.
why did you guys stop talking? Wait, are we eavesdropping? Is that what we're doing?
16 stands up. Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. If there is something that I can do to help this station, consider myself and Starfleet at your disposal.
He looks at you and he goes, oh, the Starfleet officer has arrived. Kind of. You can tell
We're all
there's
here
a
too,
little
looking for
bit of
work.
hostility in his words, but you know, there was a pretty gnarly war there for a bit between.
I don't really let that affect me.
Yeah.
He gives you a quick look up and down and goes, well, if you're offering to help, I desperately need a crew. And he looks over at the other table and goes, what about your friends? Are they looking for work?
Why, yes, we just got off the ship, and we're at least I am looking for work.
We will come.
And
If it betters the ship.
He smiles and says, excellent. I was worried. The rest of my crew left at that because of the decompression problem.
Yeah.
No one died.
Well, hopefully we can fix that problem.
Yes, I certainly seem to be in the correct place.
I'm
So he
starting
goes-
to think that perhaps you are as well.
He says, I am. Oh, what would it be? It wouldn't be. He goes, I am. Brathmer, second in command of this station.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh wait,
That is wonderful and all, but Brathmer, could you tell me what is it that I'm eating? And then like tilt the like bowl towards him.
I can't think of a Cardassian dish right now, but he will say it, and he says, "You're eating that straight. It's much better with yamik sauce."
Oh. What is yamik sauce? Where's yamik sauce? I need yamik sauce.
He'll say, "You will definitely have opportunity to try yamik." I might have given you guys the wrong name.
Not anymore. It's easier to rename the token.
Because which? Okay, yeah, because the more military
Darloren.
one. Okay, he's not second in command. I got things confused. But anyway,
Oh, I missed. I think I missed a couple. Damn it.
missed a couple what?
Well, I tried to put the
Oh,
but I missed that one.
Did they add a custom
Oh,
text
good.
option to that finally?
That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's Jar Lauren. Sorry. There we go. Jar Lauren. Yeah, okay, because that's the yeah, okay. I got these two confused. There are two very similar Cardassians in the NPC sheet, and I got them confused. Okay, he is not second in command, but yeah, he'll say, but he does have a ship, so the trail's just gonna go. All right, you have fun in the Badlands with your ship, and she snickers a little and waves. And looks at all you and goes, good luck.
Thank you. Well, should we go? No time like the present.
Please give me a few minutes to
But if you
review
get-
Starfleet records on the Badlands.
Let
Do
the
that
man
on the
finish
way.
his lunch.
He'll say, "I will be at docking, on the docking ring at dock whatever," and turn and walk off.
I will also look up the Badlands.
Yeah. So it's not hard. The Badlands are terrible. So it is a area of space that is just full of space eddies, natural phenomena that like kick up plasma storms. There's like
Mhm.
literally like plasma tornadoes happening continuously. It is a place where only the desperate go. And if we wanted to, and it's actually
Nice.
pretty close to where you guys are. Like, if you want to head over to the map over here, you guys are.
You need a "you
Where do
are
we-
here" token.
Yeah, we need an idiots are here token. But I believe you're around right here. I'll have to look that up again. It's not too far away from DS9.
That's DS9.
Like, I think you're at the Fulana station, but you're in somewhere in this area. I'd have to look it up again. But the Badlands are this area up here, and it sucks. Dumbass. I think it's here. Change that link. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
If you want further information, you could give me a science roll, probably reason on this one, to get more
Does the
detailed information.
space station have a working central computer?
Yes. It is not a very amazing one right now. I believe it's effective. I don't have an effective skill up, but probably like an 11.
Okay. Ships and stations are always assumed to have a focus. So what do we want to say that the science is?
Mineral processing.
No, the score, the science score on the station.
Oh, science score.
It'll be between 1 and 5.
Yeah, probably a 2 right now.
Okay. And my focus in astronomic phenomena will probably come into play here.
I would say so.
All right, so reason science is 17 or better, 2 successes on a 5, and
This is a challenge of 1. This isn't that hard to research.
No, I didn't take the thing that lets me reroll the ship die. That's fine. Okay, so 3 dice.
Oh wow! Holy crap!
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you said the difficulty
So
was
4
1.
over.
So
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4 added to the momentum pool.
So you can either spend some of those if you want to gather more information. That's correct.
Oh, I
right?
will, but give me the information that I get first, and then
You ask
obtain
questions.
obtain information literally just lets me ask a question of the GM and get an answer.
Okay, basically what I gave you before. Plasma storms on the regular, erratic most of the time, but there are some plasma storms and tornadoes that are continuous kind of like how Jupiter has the big storm spot on it, like the eye. Similar things happen there, but for the most part, it is pretty chaotic.
Normally, I would be asking questions, but since as a player I know plenty about the Badlands, I don't have any real questions. So instead, I am going to spend 2 momentum to create a trait or an advantage about the Badlands. Just saying something to reflect the fact that I have studied up on the storms.
Well informed. How about that?
Sure. Okay.
I got it.
And then
Oops.
I'll just leave the
I
rest
started
of that
typing
blank.
over it. You might need to do that
Oh,
again.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So he's typing away, or are you just staring off into space for a bit? Do you have any optical brain connections?
Not for that. I have subspace links, and my eye basically functions as a tricorder. Also, I can basically see data transmissions, but I do not have a neural link to the computer, so I actually have to go somewhere with the computer terminal.
All right, so you walk into like one of those computer terminals in the middle of the promenade there, and just start boopity boopiting.
Exactly.
All right, and beforehand, while he's doing that, the rest of you can do things to get prepped or like.
Stretch.
So you know what? If you're doing a full-on stretch, getting ready, if you want to roll a security, fitness challenge 1, I'll let you do it. If you want to maybe give yourself bonuses.
Okay, so when I use these focuses, I can only use them once per session, correct?
No, the focuses are always active, and basically it means that if you're performing a role that is a task that you're specialized in, that you have a focus in, then your crit range goes from rolling a 1 on a d20 to rolling a your discipline number or less on a d20. So for
Okay.
instance, your where are you? You're there. Okay. So your medicine is 4, right? Except you have no focuses in absolute candor is not a focus. We'll have to fix that between sessions.
Okay.
But we'll say your security is 5 and you have melee combat. So if you're fighting somebody with your sword, instead of getting 2 successes if you roll a 1 on a d20, you'll get 2 successes if you roll a 5 or less on a d20.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right, so for like the stretching, could I argue like acrobatics as a focus?
I'll allow it.
All right, so I rolled 2d20.
And like I said, this is really easy. You're stretching. Just don't pull a muscle.
3 successes.
Fantastic. All right. So there's a number of things you can do with some of those momentums. But probably if you want, you could probably add a trait to it, or you could just have those momentum leaving in the pot.
Could I get like a trait limber?
That's absolutely a trait that could be added.
All right. Yeah, I'll bank 1 and go with limber.
this. All right, so people seem to be doing things. Ev, do you got anything you want to do before you leave?
I was pondering what could I possibly do. Uh, any chance I could get my hands in like more tools, something like that?
You could definitely like, are you looking to scrounge things up, or are you looking to? So there's any number of things you could do as a mechanic. You could check out his ship. You could, like you said, go for tools or anything like that. You know, or you.
But
It's
if I have
assumed you
enough
have
tools
tools.
with me, could I check out the chip and give it some maintenance? Something that it might need?
Yeah, definitely. If you approach beforehand, he'll be like getting everything set up. It's a little small boy, like size 2. Or was
Mm-hmm.
it a 3? I can't remember, Colin. Can you remember?
The Hideki?
Yeah, Decky, yeah.
Yeah, it's a scale 2. Same size
It's a
as a
scale 2.
runabout.
So, yeah, so it's a medium size shuttle. And you can, if you want, you can roll a engineering.
Have Starship Engineering. Would
Yeah,
that help you with?
engineering. Yeah, definitely. But we also need to find an attribute for this.
Uh,
This would be a control in this instance. Or are you trying to diagnose it, or are you actually trying to fix things that are like broken?
first diagnosis, then work on the problem.
One or the other.
No, like I said, my first move would be diagnosis. After that, I'm gonna be working on the trouble.
All right, so you want to find the problems, not just start
Yes.
doing general repairs. All right, so that would be a reason engineering.
Okay. That would be an 11 in reason and engineering 5.
Yep. And then you have the starship maintenance, so go ahead and give those a roll.
Which ones are engineering? Challenge?
No, the engineering dice, the other ones.
Oh, well, you can, the 3 colors are there just
Just
yeah,
for
okay.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's 2 plus anything?
No,
The
just drop them
ship
down the.
the ship will
Oh
support
yeah, the
it.
ship.
So
Uh,
I actually
one
put
sec.
the ship card somewhere over here.
Yeah, the Hideki.
So you can just pull it out so we can all see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would probably engines engineering, so 7 or better.
Yeah.
Here
So
I go.
grab
So
one.
that's a ship die. Also roll that.
Ship that. Okay. Here goes. That is a 14, a 16, and an 18.
What was your engineering plus reason?
Engineering plus reason is 16.
So that's 1 success.
1 success. I didn't give you a challenge ratio. I should have. If you're just looking things, you make it. You don't have any momentum or anything. You definitely notice a couple things that are not hyper tight about it. But yes, you definitely have made it operate a little bit better. No mechanical things at this point, but problems that might have happened are definitely resolved beforehand.
Got it.
And Tom,
Okay, we're
you
just
got like an. Yeah, there's like a little bit of time. People are doing stuff before the mission starts.
just checking out. We're checking out the ship we're going to be on. Is that what he's working on?
That's what he was doing. Other people are, currently stretching in the middle of the promenade, and another one is like typing on one of the computers.
I'll go on the ship and check out its load out what kind of weapons and stuff it's got.
Yeah.
Familiarize myself with it. Where's the ship card?
I'll put it in the middle of the table here.
Okay.
So if you just want to go over it, were you just trying to? What are you exactly trying to do?
Maybe I'll try to like give myself an advantage of like familiar with the ship. Like
Okay, like a
familiarity.
familiarity.
Yeah.
I'll say that's a 1 to
It's
get familiar
to
with the
create
system.
an advantage is always difficulty
Oh
2.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
difficulty 2. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right.
For that, I would say it is.
Insight, maybe?
Yeah, I would say insight and or security.
Okay. So that's 13. Terrible.
And I will let you have shipboard tactical systems.
Okay.
And the ship would. I don't think on this one would get benefit.
Probably not.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So this
Right,
is
go ahead.
what kind of dice?
Doesn't matter. But,
Yeah.
red is technically.
Oh, yeah.
banned.
Whatever. It's the two that I grabbed. There we go. Sorry.
There you go.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I think you did it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, make it on the nose. So you wanted to create a trait, correct?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Whatever it's called in this one. Yeah. It's like.
Or wasn't it an advantage?
Yes. Well, advantages and disadvantages are types of traits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I will say unknown ship known.
Okay.
Okay, so that is your time beforehand. You all spend it. And I misspelled known. Whatever.
All right. We should probably find out about what exactly we're doing in the Badlands.
Yeah. So as you guys are popping on, he's your presumed captain on this little mission says, "Well, we have information that there is a couple ships left over from the war still floating around out there, just asking for salvage. It was seen by a rather large plasma eddy, by some Ferengi that were poking around there looking for scrap recently, and their ship wasn't big enough. I brought this information for a few strips of latinum. They didn't quite say what the ships were, but that there were at least 2 larger ships out there.
Well, if a Ferengi said it, it must be true.
Could be worth a look. And even if the ship doesn't have something that is directly helpful to the station, depending on what we find on board, the Federation could be interested in the contents of its computer or weapons systems.
He kind of looks and says, the station has first dibs on everything on there, but if the Federation wants to come in after us, they are welcome to muddle around at the Badlands.
I meant that potentially the Federation would be willing to exchange necessary technology for the information.
I see. I understand now. Well, everyone on board. we're not gonna get no time like the present.
Hey,
Wow.
I said that. I like you.
He's gonna like kind of eye you and
Oh,
just. Or you're Romulan, right? Not Vulcan.
Romulan,
Cool.
correct.
Yeah, he's gonna look at, kind of give you a weird side eye and say, "You are the strangest Romulan I have ever met."
Yes, we don't fit well into conventional Romulan society.
All right. Well, so he can fly this thing, kinda. But if anyone, no, he's terrible flying this thing. um, he is capable of doing it. But if anyone else wants to take the helm, they are welcome to do so because the Badlands are not a pleasant place.
I will
that
take
is
the
fun.
secondary seat.
I will take a passenger seat.
Same here.
I don't think anybody's gonna fly.
Okay. I
I
mean,
don't think that's. I mean, I think that
because
it's a
it's I
tactical
think
position.
this would be control Khan. He's got a 12.
I've got 11.
They got 13. Technically a bit better.
What's my con? No.
Control Khan. I think yours is the exact same as his, Colin.
Yeah,
But
but
all right.
I've got bonuses to assisting.
Okay.
So
So unless Tom, you want to take it, but I think you want to stay on weapons, right?
Yeah, I'll stay on weapons.
Okay.
there's probably not, like, if it's set up like a runabout, then the bridge crew sets multiple, or there's only 2 or 3 seats on the bridge, and so they cover multiple stations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I think there's a
possible
total of
that
4 on the
you could
Hideki.
con. Okay. Well, never mind then.
But you can definitely cross-platform controls on the Hideki.
Mhm.
I'm absolutely okay with that. So if you want to take the wheel, and
Like,
then
I could fly us there decently, but only in a way that would require, like, crazy skimming off of gravity and throwing ourselves in weird directions to be able to justify a daring con roll.
I don't know. I think flying in the Badlands
I you know,
might be
if
daring.
you want, I might accept that actually. If you want to fly like a mad woman, the rest of the crew might be not happy with it, and then if you screw up, it might be a little bit more.
I would
At least we
increase
get
the
it.
complication range
Yeah, that's what I think I'm
from
gonna
20
do.
to like 18 to 20.
I agree full-heartedly. Yeah, but if you want to fly like a mad woman, at the 18 complication range, I will allow it.
Thought he'll just be like, yeah, I can fly a shuttle.
I'm excited to see where this goes.
So, any bonuses from Colin's assist?
Yeah, well, you're flying in a daring way.
Yeah.
There will be active scanning, that said, as well, so you might not want to.
No, I can, you know what? I am countering her crazy flying with, like, updating course projections and things. So I'm gonna use my control and science to support. So that's 1 die for me at
And then you also get a
16.
ship.
And
You
then
get a ship one.
yeah, James will get a ship.
And I think that's con plus engine, so it's only a 7, but still.
And then if you're successful, you get an extra momentum, and I can re-roll my assist die if it doesn't.
Before you roll, though, I'm gonna say this is a 3 difficulty.
Difficulty 3. Okay.
Okay,
You
versus
know what?
15.
Take an extra die. Why don't you? I just spent 2 momentum, 1 for the scene change and 1 to throw an extra die in there.
Okay,
So
so
grab
4
a-
dice total?
No, it would be 5 because you get an extra die.
Yeah, grab another red die. There you go.
Okay, so this is versus 15.
Well, the red ones are versus 15.
Oh,
All right,
Oh,
so
so close.
yes, complication. Yes.
No,
No from the ship.
it's a 7.
And I think yes from me.
I think so too.
Using
Was it
control
16?
science is exactly 16.
Okay, so you guys make it, but you also get a complication.
1,
Um,
2, 3, plus the 1 additional momentum that we automatically get for my talent. Oh yeah, and then a complication. So way to go on that.
Yep. Hey, it works. I am going to say charred engine or burned engines. Or flew too close. I can't even think of a fun one. If you can think of a fun one, I'm open to it.
overtaxed thrust, overtaxed maneuvering thrusters.
That's
I like
good
that.
if
All
we
right,
have to do anything with piloting in the future.
Probably misspelled that, but whatever. Flip. All right, overtaxed engines. Cool. All right, so guys, you pull your tokens off the table for a sec. I am about to drop something.
So no reaction from anybody?
Like,
But I
go
see
ahead.
to those overtext engines.
Well, no, I think just the insane flying that happened. That your Cardassian friend definitely is like, dear gods, what are you doing, woman?
I'm just laughing. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I'm flying us there. Do you know a better way to fly us there?
Oh no, I did the thing. Shit. Ah, shit. Sorry about this.
Click and hold for a second so you pick up the whole bag.
Yeah.
The Badlands.
Wow, I see why they call it the Badlands.
And I need to scale your guys' thing down because you were definitely not big. Boop. Gotta grab this bad boy. Ah, fuck.
I got it. Do you
I'm
need
having
help,
trouble
Sarah?
grabbing. I'm having trouble grabbing that.
Do you just want it raised
Unlocking
higher?
it.
Oh, you
No,
want it unlocked.
the
Okay.
unlocked. I want to move it closer because there's basically what's happening is there are 2 ships orbiting pretty close and chaotically to this central.
hmm
there is a Dominion ship. It looks like the engines are just absolutely fried.
Mhm.
And a Romulan smaller ship that is blinking in and out of existence. Like it's cloaking, then uncloaking, then a couple minutes later cloaking again. And they're banged up. It's torn to hell. It looks like they've probably been doing this for about 5 to 6 years. If anyone wants to do a scan, they are welcome to, or any other number of things. But you guys pull in after looping around this Eddie here and just like screaming into the system.
What do you need to run scanners?
Control science.
I could give it a try. That would be an 11 for me.
I mean, I'm a science officer, and my
Yeah.
control science is 16.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
have
then, yeah, never mind.
science guy do it.
Also,
Plus 1 because I'm well informed.
Mhm.
but you can still scan, but you are being hailed.
Oh yeah, that's somebody else's problem.
Open the channel.
There is no video, but you definitely get a voice from the Jem'Hadar ship where, it seems that my Cardassian brethren have finally come to assist me.
I got 2 successes, it looks like.
To do a scan?
Yeah.
Alright, that was actually the challenge ratio I was going to give you, so
Assuming that the ship
congratulations.
is less than 11. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Actually, there's only one Cardassian on board this ship. I'm a Romulan, and we've got an ex-Borg and a Gorn, and one human. He's not Federation though, so he's all right.
There's a pause, and then he goes, "Are you escaped prisoners?"
the
How long have
Dominion
we
War
been out
has
here?
been over for approximately 6 years and 3 months.
Ah, glorious! Then you are all proud members of the Dominion.
The Dominion
Yeah, it ended
signed.
the other way.
Yeah, the Dominion signed a disarmament treaty. They're not allowed on this side of the Bajoran wormhole, and one of your founders turned herself in for war crimes.
You can audibly hear the gears grinding to a halt over the
Would
of
you
this
like
guy's
some
head over
assistance?
Just to clarify, what they're saying is that you lost.
In case it wasn't clear.
Now, do you
I-
want a rescue?
I
You seem to have been here a while.
I have been waiting for the founders to come and get me. But I found that I am all alone on this side of the universe,
We
or
could
the galaxy.
easily repatriate you if that's what you would like.
How could we have lost the war? Anyway, while this is happening, Colin, you got your scan.
Mm-hmm.
There is massive disruption over there. There's no way you guys are going to teleport, be able to transport. It is going to require docking. And they are in the most unstable of orbits around this thing, both the ships you have seen. You think getting close to either of them to dock would throw off the orbits of both of them, sending them cascading into the getting destroyed into that plasma field there.
Okay, so we either help Vorta, or we try and get the decent loot off of the Romulan ship, or we try and figure out a way to get them both out of orbit simultaneously. I would
Those
suggest
are
perhaps a either using a tractor beam or perhaps using the deflector grid to fire exotic matter or even just a stream of hydrogen particles to nudge the Romulan ship while we directly interact with the Jem'Hadar ship.
the Cardassian looks at you and says, "We don't have an active tractor beam on this ship. We have phasers."
So then the deflector dish thing. That I'm not sure how that works.
Perhaps I could recalibrate the phasers into a makeshift tractor beam.
That sounds like an engineering solve. I can support you with that. And meanwhile, the two of you figure out the exact speed and angle we should hit the Jem'Hadar ship with our ship in order to nudge it in the correct direction. Because if we don't do this simultaneously, we'll lose one, both, or all three ships. Fair?
Yeah, sounds good.
Like Gordon and I will take on the Romulan ship. So, Everoth, if you want to roll something for engineering, Tara, and I will support you.
All right, so what I'm going to do is this is a complicated multiple maneuver. So we used to do it in the previous game, if I remember correctly. Multiple, like, there's, you can pull difficulties off of it, correct?
That's what advantages are for, yes.
Yeah.
But generally, you can't just sit there loading up on advantages. That's
Yeah.
something that you would either buy with momentum or use momentum from your roll.
Yeah, so I'm going to say trying to do it both at the same time is, oh, God, this is hard. I'm going to say at least 4. Yeah, 4 on both of them.
4 on both of them. Okay.
Yeah. So these are 2 different maneuvers that you'd be doing simultaneously, and it's 4 on both. Because docking with one and getting, is easy, and probably you'd be able to use your engines to boop off there. That would be like a challenge 2. But since you're trying to do this crazy maneuver at the same time on both ships.
Okay. I still think it's worth a shot. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Sure.
You're the patron to say lost causes. You can.
We have phasers, right? 2 of them.
Oh, that
Mhm.
that was Kyle. Like
Mhm.
I think
So
I think Colin says, "Okay, you two work on that," and Thani looks over at Dan and is just like, "Well, my plan is to just dock with that other ship after we fire the thing, but I've got to be on. But well, I'm not actually a very good pilot, and I don't understand what he's doing. So I would think it'd be best not to have me in charge of this kind of thing."
He says, your Cardassian buddy looks at you and says, "As much as I hate to say this, this is the kind of crazy driving you just proved that you're able, or flying you proved you're able to do."
Well,
Yeah.
yes, but I need somebody to tell me when to do it, because
That's
All
why
I
right.
there's
don't
2 of
have
you.
the math.
Also as well, he can lend a let's see what he can help with. If you want him helping on the flying, he could definitely add a bonus
Mhm.
on, I'm gonna say for this one, You could help with reason, science, exotic atmospheres. So helping you scan. So he can assist either one of you, but only either group.
I
So
think
only one of you.
I think Ever and I will be okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
we're the ones who need the.
y'all can take him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, he could do it at a 14 and with a bonus of 4, or with his thing being under a 4 or under to get the benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you two should figure out the math, and then when it comes time, I'll roll the piloting.
Well, the question is all right. So one of you is going to be supporting the other. So either
Mhm.
Tom, either yours, because it's Tom and James there.
Mm-hmm.
One instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one of you is going to actively be making the roll, and the other one of you is going to be supporting said roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you'd probably. I mean, that. What would I be? Hey, I'm not sure exactly how I'd be supporting. Probably with
Well, it's what it kind of sounds like with Colin's plan is that it's kind of a timing thing in general.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I would say for you, Tom, you could help in
Mhm.
any number of ways, but the easiest one I could think of is control and science or engineering for if you just want to like help with, timing.
Mm-hmm.
If you can think of any other way to assist,
Yeah.
now's the time to speak up.
Yeah. Let me. I mean, are tactical systems just like weapons, or would they be able to?
Weapons and shields generally.
Okay.
Oh, our values. Those are the things you get to spend, right?
That's what
Yeah.
you spend your determination on, yeah. Or you can
Oh.
challenge your values, meaning use them to make things more difficult in order to earn determination.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'll do. I'll assist with control, your engineering and science. They're both the same.
I mean, the reason I was saying this is
Mhm.
if you had if you could think of a fun Star Trekky way to
Mhm.
assist in the piloting maneuver using any of your focuses, now is the time to speak up.
Oh yeah, probably. Um. You know, I'm going to use my shipboard tactical systems to maybe extend the shield over the other ship to keep it more steady. Or...
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That'd be.
And are you making the main role, or is James making the main role?
What would so for shipboard tactical systems, that'd be security, or would that be?
Control security.
Well, that's your disciplines in general.
Yeah, but I mean, for that, I was thinking about. Yeah, so it'd be.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Mhm.
shipboard tactical systems. So that'd be a 5 or under on
Mhm.
critting.
Yeah, I'll do.
So you'd be at a 16.
Yeah, I'll do
and,
the. I'll do the main role if you guys want to help.
And the James supports.
Mm-hmm.
All
Okay.
right.
James and
And James is supporting as a pilot.
That's correct.
Okay.
So for this instance, it would be
Daring Khan.
Darren Khan. I'm going to just make you and the yellow dice there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I absolutely do not have a focus that is going to come into play in this.
All right. So you're first up. So you are currently grabbing the Dominion ship, if I recall your plan there correctly, right, Colin?
No, we're grabbing the Romulan ship.
Oh, you're grabbing the Romulan ship and then
So-
using the phasers to get the Dominion ship away. Okay.
Yeah, so the Gorn engineer is basically turning our deflector dish into a tractor beam. So Ever, what I was going to suggest is I imagine this would be a control engineering role. But if you want to spend your determination, we all work together seems like a really good value for this situation. and that will basically give you a die, an extra die in your roll, but that die will just automatically roll a 1, which will give us two successes right off the bat. And then you'll have your 2 dice at control engineering, which is what, 13? 12.
Control engineering is 12.
And then double success on a 5 or better, plus my my support using either control or reason and science. And then I can re-roll my my die if we need to. So I think that'll give us enough.
All right.
Okay,
Well, let's start with James and them because I already pulled them out.
Okay.
Are there any values either of you want to use at this moment in time?
You know what? Now seems like a really good time.
Only
Prepared to
the
die for the right.
main roller can use
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll use. I can do this. I can do this.
That's a really broad spectrum one, but yeah, that's yep, that's the motto. That's a good value, all right. Okay, so you automatically get 2 on this. All right, so Tom,
Okay.
roll the dice that are up there,
Okay.
unless you want to use any momentum at this time.
I mean, we only need 2 successes in that pool.
Yeah, I think I'll be
we're
good.
Okay. That might be a success for the ship. What is the ship
It
supporting now?
is, I think.
Mhm.
Engines. Engines con. Yeah, that's success from the ship.
All right, so there's 1 success. The red dice are Tom.
Yep.
Yeah, so that one's 2. That one's 2 successes.
2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing from blue. And then what's yellow?
That's
Kyle.
James.
And James nails it.
5.
So, wow.
Plus the automatic 1, which is 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's 3 more momentum than we needed. And now let's clear those out, and Everoth and I will roll. All right, so Everoth has 2 dice at 9 or better, right? No, 7, 12 or better.
12 or better.
And then I am supporting with 1 die at 16 or better as a control or reason.
I'm going to say this one is control just because the timing.
Okay. And then the
And
ship
then
is supporting with. Okay, well, there's
I'm
2 of the dice.
I'm going to say structure in this instance. Security
Okay, which is
a 7. And then
okay.
do you want to spend any momentum right now?
No, we already spent determination, so I think we're okay.
Okay.
All right, so there's all of the dice,
Holy shit!
but a complication, and I'm gonna re-roll my assist die, as my talent will let me do. And now that's a success. So 1, 2. What's the Hideki's security? There's only 2, so that's only 1 success. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So beat it by 1.
But we got a complication.
Yep. I'm gonna and yours was the deflector, right?
Yeah. So we were basically turning the deflector dish into a tractor beam.
That's an ever. Yeah. So I'm gonna say at this point I can turn these into story events, right? As well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're on a time limit now. Basically, what happened is you did it, but it makes from your scans, you also nicked the edge of the eddy here, or the plasma tornado, and it is currently. It used to be stable. Now it is not. It's gonna probably eat everything in about an hour.
Okay. I feel like dealing with the Vorta is going to be a pain in the ass. So, do we want to drop 2 of us off on the Jem'Hadar ship and the rest of us go to the Romulan ship and then come back?
I will go to the Romulan ship.
I feel like I will be most helpful on the Romulan ship.
Yes, we'll go to the Hadarian, you said?
The Jem'Hadar ship?
Yeah.
Okay. I can fly. I can fly carefully enough if I need to roll. To
You have an
go
Yeah, I guess we go to the
NPC.
Jem'Hadar too.
Okay.
All right. I just gotta pull this in. Oh. Wait, where'd it go? I had the button. Oh, on the other side of the board. Okay. And we've been going for a bit. Let's take a quick break.
Good call.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's me, isn't it?
That's
And
you.
zoop. All right. We'll be back.
And we are back. So if I remember correctly, we are splitting up, and 2 people are going to the Vorta ship, and 2 are going to the Romulan ship.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Who wants to go first? Because we can do either in any order.
Yeah, let's do the Romulan ship first.
Okay. All right. So you drop the other people off at the Vorta ship, and make your way to the Romulan ship, or what is really left of it. Most of it is just broken open space, not funness. The only thing that is really operational is the engineering room, which you theoretically, if you could get things working, is all you need to command a ship. But this is a husk of a ship, so
there's no
salvage
flying it
might
back.
be better.
Yeah.
Maybe you would have to do some amazing things.
You know what? Let me roll a reason engineering to see if it would be possible to fly this ship back.
I mean, you could be taking Ev with you and just leave it to Tom to deal with the Vorta.
Nah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm okay at reason engineering.
All right.
I'm
I'm gonna
just
say challenge 2.
challenge 2. Okay. I just dumped a momentum to roll an additional die. James, any chance of an assist of some sort?
Eh, well,
And this is just a reason if it's at all possible, correct?
Just find out what I would need to do, I guess, to be able to just take the whole ship and fly it.
James, for you, I could say a baseline. You could do reason engineering with that to help because you are similar in Romulan ship design, or you know Romulan ship design.
could I argue insight con to like be poking at the con to see what systems are working and
Insight's more empathy and things like that towards other
Okay.
players and things.
Or
Like,
yourself, but yeah, insight is really for creatures.
yeah.
Okay.
For this, it would be reason.
Well, I could get you a 50% chance.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Verse of 10.
And mine are at 16 for reason.
That looks right.
Oh, I didn't check to see if I have a focus. I probably don't. Unless cloaking technology fits. Or tactical analysis.
I will give you cloaking technology.
Okay. So then 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay. So that's 2 beyond what you needed. It would be a jerk, but you could fly this out of here, the shell that it is. That said, looking around, you'd probably need to cannibalize some components for the engine itself. So you may lose some vital components that would be nice to just have. You'd probably have to, like, make the cloak non-functional to get the ship itself. So you'd lose the cloak if you want to fly the ship out. And that would be tricky. Be far
Yeah.
easier to just pick this thing apart, but you could do it.
Do you think the Cardassians would rather have a Romulan scout ship in dire need of repair, or a Romulan cloaking device and financial and high value components?
I think they would rather have a functioning cloaking device.
The Cardassians definitely didn't sign the second treaty of whatever about cloaking, did they?
Kittimer cards? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I guess since I'm not using it myself, okay. Well, then let's loot the cloaking device and anything else.
Do what I can to assist.
Do you want me to roll for that too?
Actually, I would like James to roll an insight. Security at a 2.
You want something I can assist on?
Not in this instance because it is specifically having to do with
Oh, shit. 2 successes.
Okay, you do it.
6.
You know of all of the. So you remember in the back of your head as you guys are heading towards the cloaking device that they often have removal steps that the Federation doesn't know about to short out cloaking drives.
Oh, you're gonna want to clip these areas first because Romulan removal procedure.
Okay.
So he basically stopped you from
Shorting
frying
the thing
the
out.
or
Yeah.
shorting the thing out.
So what? Control engineering then,
Yes, control engineering.
with a focus on cloaking technology.
Yep.
What's the difficulty?
3 on this bad boy.
I will spend a momentum.
And I can assist at a 10.
Yeah, okay.
Well.
Jeez.
Did I already use my determination? No, Everoth used his. Values. I'm gonna say every system can be improved.
I will allow it, especially since you're doing scrapping. Yeah, I'll allow it.
To re-roll that pool.
Good call. That was a terrible roll.
Why is that? Okay.
Yay, I helped!
Did you?
4. Says it's 4, not 15.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't get any successes. Oh, wait, no, I was rolling at 16. That's 4.
Yep. That is indeed 4.
So that's 1 momentum. Okay.
It is. It is a. So when you first go to remove it, basically, you are going for the bits, and you're doing your thing, and like she swats your hand away, and says, "I told you to not do it that way." And then you reevaluate yourself, and that was the reroll there.
Excellent. So we have a Romulan cloaking device and just a bunch of components like engineering shit.
Yeah, that was to get the engineering. So that was to get the cloaking device out safely. You can get minor components. If you want to grab anything else, you could grab try to get the warp core, the singularity warp core out of there, but it's really damaged and non-functional.
And I don't think
And
the Hideki's got cargo room for that.
It's got cargo room, but it would be tight as hell.
We could just eject it. That wouldn't end poorly. Not in this maelstrom.
You also remember that Romulans don't use a regular warp core; they use a artificial micro black hole.
Right.
So that's an even worse idea. Just throw some gravity fluctuations into the whole mess. I feel like we already got the most valuable thing here, so yeah, I'll grab like whatever other minor things are, but I don't want to try and grab the whole engine.
All right, so you can grab some like. Oh, there is one other thing you can try to grab, but it would take up a lot of space and be a really big remove. It is, you could pull the main computer out of this thing.
Oh, absolutely pulling the main computer out.
That, because it's so integrated with the ship, is going to be a challenge 4. And it will take up the bulk, a decent amount of your cargo hold.
And you've just set some data pad to start downloading?
No, like the computer itself, to get the processor and like your it's not the information that they want. Like he could just download the information. That'd be a completely separate role. But if he wants like the core computer,
I think we get it.
Okay.
Did you roll?
Yeah, I rolled. I don't have a focus for it, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
All right, that is all your time.
Yeah, that's
doing
that.
Like the
That is
cloaking
fine.
device is not that big, but getting that computer out of there is basically you're pulling these two things out. Like.
Yeah. No, that's fine. We'll load it on and I guess let's
head back over.
Yeah, this is a. Oops.
So I'm taking that, and I'm taking that. No, not that. That. All right, cool.
Great. I'm probably just going to delete this one because you've.
Yeah.
Goodbye. All right.
Goodbye, JoJo.
So the other two, you guys pop in there, load up before this, and the Vorta
Mm-hmm.
is on the ship, and he looks like looks and smells like he hasn't left this ship in 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he gives you the classic like smile, but he looks just dejected.
Look, man, I know
Not-
it's a lot to take in, but we'll get you back to your people at the very least.
And he goes, "Thank you, but what I'm more worried about is what I'm going to do with my shipment,
Of what?
Jem Hadar."
So they keep them in like storage, right? Or like
Well,
cryo or whatever.
they're the
Oh
embryonic
yeah.
forms. And he goes, but he looks at you and just says, "I can't let you have these." Or I can't let them stay here. They
Mm-hmm.
are gifts from the founders.
Oh, yeah, we can.
He's getting a
Whatever.
little twitchy.
Yeah, we can probably
Give
send
me
them.
give me a what do you call it? A insight security medicine. Insight medicine.
Okay. And would negotiations help?
This is more trying to pick up on his mental state. So
Gotcha. Okay, no worries. I can do what?
challenge
How about emergency
2.
medicine? Emergency, yeah, it's okay.
Sure, I'll take it.
Still only like it gives me a 1 or a 2. I get a bonus, but so it's going for. Oh, right, no, it's medicine, isn't it? This is
Mhm.
okay. Yeah,
And this
2.
is a challenge 2. And
So
I'm going
looking
to
at the
say
wrong sheet. There we go. Okay, insight medicine. Cool, 12. I'm gonna spend uh well momentum for the.
it's 2 to get an extra dice.
No.
Okay, then yeah,
no,
I'll spend the 2 to get that.
It's 1 for the first die, 2 for the second.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind then. So just one for 1 extra dice
Mm-hmm.
for 3 dice. Go ahead.
Oh, wait, whatever, it doesn't matter what color. That's 3 dice.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, so you get that momentum back. This guy is on the verge of either a nervous breakdown or he's about to start some shit. He is twitchy as hell, and you need to watch what you're gonna say to him.
Oops.
I just gonna knock him out.
Oh, you're just gonna punch him in the damn face? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I help you with that?
Yeah. I mean, sure, you can distract him and I'll sucker punch him. Boring conversation anyway.
Now I can kind of see it. Like, hey, buddy, I understand you've been stuck here. Like, how's it going? How you doing? Pop.
All right.
All right,
Would that
so,
be what,
all right.
fitness
So
security or?
you would be fitness security, melee combat.
Mm-hmm.
If you got focus, like
I don't know.
for Ev, it would be presence.
Security?
Oh, wait, why am I
Security.
sucker punching him? I could just stun him with a phaser, couldn't I?
I mean, that works too.
Yeah, I'll just go with that. I'm better at phasers.
All right, yeah, that works. And then Ev, it would still be that would be a presence, security to have him like, look at me, over here.
11 on my end. That's 2 dice, right?
No, just
No,
one.
just you just add 1 to my, and then mine. Would that be? What's shooting? Is it still fitness or is it? daring or control.
Preston daring. She said.
Control
No,
for
control.
ranged.
Yeah, control for range. Cool. So
And so you would need
6.
2 dice,
Yeah.
and then he gets to. I'm trying to remember Colin. I was not expecting combat.
Yeah.
I
Difficulty is 2. It is not opposed. Melee combat is opposed. Ranged combat
That's
is
right.
not.
Okay.
Alright.
So Ev
And I've got
add
the
bonus dice. So here we go. I'll give him
Mhm.
yellow dice.
okay.
And anything you want to spend beforehand?
No, but it bit of a hand have a range combat focus, so I'm gonna. That's a 5. 5 or better is a 2.
And is the weapon on stun or kill?
Yeah, stun.
Okay.
You can knock him out and take him back.
You can take the guy out of Starfleet, but you can't take the Starfleet out of the
Yeah,
guy.
pretty much.
In fact, that's a really good trait. Wow. So that's a double success from the support.
You guys are rolling like crazy.
And those are both successes too. So that's
Yeah.
16.
So 4.
4?
Okay. Yeah. So that's
Hot damn.
4 successes. So, let's see here. Phaser, phase pistol, particle pistol, disruptor pistol, phaser. Type 1 or type 2?
It said type. Whichever, I don't know what the difference is right now. It defaulted me to a type 2.
Okay, it's based on your security score. So the
Gotcha,
type 2
type
is the
2.
one that looks like a dustbuster. The type 1 is the one that looks like a we wound.
Oh yeah, like a little. Nice.
Okay, so you are going to roll 3 effect dice plus 1 for each point of your security discipline.
Nice. So 8 if effect dice.
Yes.
All right.
Plus 1 for each momentum you generated. So that's 2.
Okay. So 10.
Yes.
Which one's the effect dice?
The D6, the one all the way on the left, the gray.
Gotcha.
Oh, challenge dice. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
All right, give him a roll. The Vorta might have. I'm gonna have to look up the NPC real quick in the book because he might have some.
Oops. Whatever. Thank you.
No resistance.
I don't.
Okay.
No resistance. I didn't think so.
All right. Did you already roll it? Yes.
You
Mhm.
did.
Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, and 3 effects. So after resistance,
Which
if
is
you
0.
if you do 5 or more damage, they take an injury or are taken out basically of
Mhm.
the scene or until the end of
Mhm.
the scene. Phaser type 2 should be debilitating, right? No. Non-lethal.
Mhm.
So you can't really do anything with those effects, I guess?
Mhm.
Damage effects. No.
So just take him out.
Yeah, unless Tara wants to spend threat to keep him up.
I mean, I wasn't. He was not expecting this shit at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
I will be spending and I'd like to save my threat for after this.
Okay.
Like we're getting sucked into a vortex. I don't got time for this Florida shit.
So yeah, you just freaking sucker phaser the guy, and he goes down like a chump, just like he's like twitching, he's mid rant, he's like this. I can't. This can't. I don't know what to do. I can't let you have them, but I can't bob. And you're just like, ah,
Yeah.
he's
Shut up.
down.
All right.
Uh,
Tie
and
him up
then
and then safely get whatever we can off of this,
and then
including
behind
the.
him
Mm-hmm.
is the cargo bay.
Mhm.
There's a lot in there.
Well,
You
we'll
go
save
ahead and roll.
the embryos or whatever. But
Well, here's what you find in there. I need
Yeah.
you to roll a either of you a medical roll to figure out what's going on in here. Medical and engineering.
Yeah. What's your engineering?
My engineering is 5. My medical is
Yeah.
1, I think.
Yeah, my medical's 4, so you'll probably do better. I can assist though.
Engineering what?
This is going to be a difficulty 2.
What attribute?
It would be engineering cryo. You don't have it.
No, like reason.
Oh, sorry. Reason.
Control. Okay.
Okay, that would make my roll an 11. Could I use?
Oh well, then I should have done that. Never mind. I should have.
Could I use any focus, like reverse engineering?
Not in this instance, no. And this is a challenge 2, and Tom, you can help him with the medical side.
Yeah, I'll assist with reason medical.
Wait, hold up! Don't roll it yet.
Yeah, so I assist with a 14.
Okay, there you go. Roll those out. Unless you want to spend any momentum.
We're fine.
All right.
Here it goes. That's an 8, a 5, and a 2.
You guys are rolling really freaking good. So that is 3. So you guys get another momentum.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Each of these pods is a embryonic Jem'Hadar. Each of the black and gray ones. Which is like, ready-made clones. You, between the two of you, at this stage, they're still genetically manipulatable.
Mm-hmm.
So you could theoretically reprogram them on a genetic level.
What would we need?
In the back are just vats of Ketracol White, which is the thing that keeps them alive and kicking. Now, with your current cargo hold the way it is, you could ditch the main computer and fit pretty much all of these with the computer still in there. You'd be able to fit about half of the load.
Well, I radio, or comm back in that what we,
And as soon as you say that, the guy on the other end, your Cardassian friend, goes, wait, you have genetically engineered, or you have Jem'Hadar on that station, or on that ship.
I think the space station could use a crew, couldn't it?
I worked at a Jem'Hadar cloning facility during the war, and know how to. It would take some biomimetic gel, but we would be able to repurpose them to make them loyal to us instead of the founders. and we could have a crew in a matter of days, loyal to us.
Y'all are
Colin,
so lucky I'm not there.
Yeah,
this
I'm more
is
for
over
free
the
will kind
comms.
of guy, but yeah.
This is over the comms, Colin.
Oh. I believe that genetic manipulation for obedience sake is morally reprehensible.
Yeah, I'm kind of against that too. But I'm for giving them free will, Then we could offer them jobs in the station.
We can take away this loyalty and give them their own.
What about their dependency on Ketracel White?
Did they ever fix that at the end? I thought that's one of the things
Nope.
they did. No.
The best of Starfleet minds have tried to do that. They
Mhm.
have not been able to do it. It is in there.
Well, we've got a shit ton of it here, but I don't know,
I mean, we could
We know-
probably set up if any of them want to stay on the station,
Mhm.
we
Mhm.
could definitely manufacture it ourselves.
It could be
That-
synthesized.
You
It
could.
could be
That
better.
said, also, Colin, biomimetic gel is a highly controlled substance.
Is that the only way to manufacture Ketracel White?
No, to regenetically engineer them so they're loyal to
Oh.
no one.
So they have free will.
Yeah, we
So
can do it,
It would-
but we'd probably have to undertake a mission specifically to get the biomimetic gel that we need.
Yeah, hey, plot device, awesome.
Yes, I would be in favor of this free will idea.
Okay. So, question is, are you gonna try to figure out a way to get all these out? Or are you ditching the computer so you get all the babies?
I mean, I think so.
We're
but-
getting all of them.
But we have a tractor beam.
Oh yeah, we did
No, you
develop.
don't.
We did.
Oh, you have a deflector dish.
That we turned into a tractor beam.
Yeah.
Flying in warp is gonna be.
Wait, I thought it was the phasers that are now a tractor beam.
Yeah, it's the phasers.
Was it the
We turned one of the
phasers?
phasers into tractor.
It was the phasers.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a. Yes, it is completely doable. It's.
I mean,
shaky,
I know
but you could probably do it.
Yeah, the ship isn't in great condition, but if we extend our warp bubble around this ship, we should keep the structural stress. Actually, we can even project our structural integrity field as well.
I'm good with shield, so I might be able to strengthen it to avoid any ruptures or inconveniences on the travel.
I think it's worth the risk.
Also, you remember the Vortis saying that the engine was the thing that was broken on this ship.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you could definitely warp bubble around that thing.
Well, if it's just
Just
the
tow it.
engines, then it could probably use its, like, they probably have complementary systems.
Which who?
We don't even need a tractor beam then. How about this? We physically attach them to each other.
Mm-hmm.
It might take a while, but
I thought we were on a timer.
we were until. Oh yeah, we are on a timer. You're right.
You could do it. It
Let's-
would be
let's just tow
it'd be
it.
tight.
Let's just tow it.
All right. That's the plan. Towing it.
Yeah, and we're tying up to the Vorta, so it isn't getting.
Oh
It
yeah,
does give us free.
let's put him on the Hideki.
Yeah.
Just because if there's weapons active on this thing, then we're up shit creek.
Mm-hmm.
Anything I could do before the towing to better our odds?
I mean, not really. Not in the time
I
limit.
know ship engineering. I could try to reinforce
Wait,
the hull,
Wait,
or
wait. Does their ship have a tractor beam?
The Dominion one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me an engineering 2F.
of course, engineering plus what? Reason, daring, insight.
Reason.
Reason.
That would be 11.
And if you want to spend any momentum, now's the
How
time.
many do we got? I don't see them.
5.
5. Spin a momentum. That gives me
For
another die,
advantages.
right?
Yep.
Here I go.
Here we go.
Oh, forgot to delete the things.
Okay,
Let's
so this
delete the things
one
and
and
re-roll
this
that.
one is a no go.
No, just re-roll the 3.
Reroll? Okay.
Yeah.
Five, 19.
So those 2 5s are 2 successes, and depending if he has a focus, they could be 2 more.
I got Starship Engineering, Electroplasma Systems, Starship Shielding, Reverse Engineering, and Engineering Improvements.
Yeah, you got 4 then. So 2 more momentum.
Nice.
Yeah, so it definitely has one. That said, the it's not. It's definitely more powerful than your current
Homemade
one, homemade one. The main problem is the power source on this. The ship's been running without like any really good maintenance or charging or anything like that for 6 years, and getting banged around. So the power as at maintaining just life support. So to get it, you would have to get it. You would need to link up your power on your ship with this ship, basically turning it into a homunculus ship. And it would be a it would be doable, but you would be at some pretty big like disadvantages, but it is doable.
Was there a ability or skill that would allow me to make like a narrative, a narrative? I don't know if it's proclamation or something that we can base out of something that happened before.
You can spend determination to do it, or if it's related to a task you just did, you can spend 2 momentum from the roll.
How could we spend 2 momentum from the roll and say that, like before, I was carrying power cells that may be able to be enough to help solve that problem?
That would be determination, but you already spent yours.
Oh,
Yeah,
then
you'd
never
want
mind.
in this instance. No, you could if someone wants to come up with a tech reason to spend those 2 momentum. This is a definite engineering moment.
Oh, if it's tech, I could go with a little more power and just see how I can boost it. Clear up an issue and just divert more power to the
And
engine.
the engines don't work, so you can divert power to the whatever else we're needing here.
Oh, you divert all of the life support to from everywhere except this cargo hold
Hmm.
into the tractor beam.
Oh,
That
that's
works. They
good.
don't need life support.
Yeah, no, the pods are life support, so you could just dump all life support. There you go.
Hey, good way to solve the problem. He'll try to do that.
Yeah, that's what you did. Did you already detract the 2 momentum that you got?
Oh, I added them already, so it needs to
Okay,
get.
so drop it down by 2. But you currently have that issue resolved. But yeah, no, it's it's still going to be a nightmare to fly this thing because you're basically operating a size, 3 ship with a size 2 ship that's strapped to the top.
Would this count as a daring?
Oh, yeah, 100% daring.
Well, good thing we got a daring pilot, or
So, and it's going to take 45 minutes, which is about 15 minutes before this thing gets starts feeling the pain.
Great. Let's do it.
All right, so
Wolverines.
You know what?
Wolverines, yeah,
I'm gonna spend my determination to get a boost, and the value is my path is always forward. What does that get me again?
an automatic if you want to on the piloting, an automatic extra dice that rolls a 1.
Oh, I will take that. I will say fuck it and go with the momentum. Any assistance from anybody?
Well, for now, I'm going to let you. This is a 5.
Oh well.
Be-
Wow. I will
We've
definitely
got
assist
2 to
then.
start with. Yeah.
This is also going to be a 18 plus because you are in the Badlands.
Mhm.
Ship
And
strap.
I am gonna activate
Yeah, with
one of
a
the, and I'm gonna activate the threat for overtaxed engines.
Okay.
Okay, so then that's I am supporting with probably control engineering.
Okay, so in order to get another dice from momentum, I need to spend 2 momentum?
You can never
It's
roll
one
more than
momentum
5
for the
dice.
first.
Never
Yeah.
roll more than 5 dice. Okay.
In fact, you've got 1 too many there because you also have the 1 die that automatically rolls a 1.
Oh. So we could probably just get rid of the ship dice because that's going to be the lowest.
Yeah.
I do not have any focuses that I can really figure out how to argue. Chain of command, somebody's telling me to do this.
Let me take a look.
I am very specifically not built for flying around in ships.
I mean, at the same time, before you roll this, someone else could take the lead on this, and you support as a pilot. There's definitely engineering bullshit involved too.
Yeah, whatever. Just roll it.
Go for it.
You can do it.
Wait, do we lose the dice? Oh wait, no, you already had the 2.
That is
Okay.
5 successes.
5 successes and
1, 2, 3,
because
4,
that's not
5,
a 20, that's a
6.
5.
6 successes.
That blue one is a success as well.
Oh. Okay. All right, yeah, you guys are pulling out of the out of there, and it is not a pleasant ride. You're strapped in. The cargo hold is just packed to the brim on your guys' ship because you fit a freaking size 3 ship
Computer in there.
computer in there. And this thing is expanding. Like you're going off. You definitely yeah. It's not a pleasant ride. You bounce off of things. The warp bubble is like flubbing in and out. The tractor beam is like goes out a couple times, like a couple times, and like Ev's got to like whack it with a wrench.
Yeah.
And it regrabs, and both things
Both
like
things,
lurch
like-
from different momentums.
Exactly. But you do pop out of there and then manage to just go to warp. And just for flavor purposes, there's like a Federation ship just kind of like strolling along, like doing a patrol. And like there's just a shot of the bridge crew sitting there, like looking at it and just like out of the Badlands with like this homunculus of a ship and just warping the shit out of there.
You know that this wasn't on like one of the live action shows. This totally took place on
Lower decks.
Lower
Lower
Decks.
Yeah. The fuck is
See
that?
Boimler there, like, should we report this? And Mariner's like, what? No, that's cool. But let's just let them be.
Yeah, and a very unpleasant warp ride back. You think the ship's gonna collapse a couple times because your warp bubble almost implodes. You fly back to the ship or to the station, and as soon as you pop out of there, the warp drive just fries. It doesn't like go, super like.
It doesn't explode.
It doesn't explode, but it goes and just falls off of the back of your ship.
That's fair.
Okay. I wanted to make a point of copying the Romulan computer database.
Absolutely acceptable. You could have done that while you were like removing other things.
Mm-hmm.
Or during the trip back.
Yeah. And yeah, you're back on station.
Oh, I missed you guys.
You're back on station with a badly damaged Jem'Hadar ship. Technically, this is the Vortex ship, not a Jem'Hadar one.
Mm-hmm.
With like drained power cells and a non-functioning engine, or I guess engines in general.
Mm-hmm.
A Romulan computer and cloaking device. And a bunch of embryos and Ketracel White.
Mm-hmm.
And a clunked out Vorta.
Yeah. In fact, we have to pass by Deep Space Nine on the way back to Empok Nor.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to stop with your ship?
No, but we could coast for
Just
a second
transport
and beam him aboard.
Yeah.
Your problem now.
I would say you can't actually manage that in time, especially with how your bubble is. You could drop him off in a life pod.
Yeah.
On the way.
Oh no, I'm sure there's a Federation ship posted at Deep Space Nine. I can just communicate with them. I have a built-in subspace transceiver in my head. Like, hey, can you come up alongside us and take this Vorta prisoner that we have and send him back home?
You know what? Actually, I'm going to say no in this instance because you are afraid to drop that warp bubble.
Yeah, okay, fire.
So you have him back. You could definitely come Federation ship to come get him.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that'll work. And I'm sure there's plenty of jail space on board a Cardassian refinery.
Yeah.
That as well. You bring him back, and the doctor, who is a Ferengi lady, most of you have never seen that before, comes in, and then they're like, why'd you shoot this man? And then like brings him to the medical.
It was going to be complicated. We're going to explode.
Yeah, I'm gonna load this back up. But so you are currently like load up alongside, and you definitely get there's no parking this thing very easily. I guess you could up one of the upper pylons. Yeah, you can park it. It's a jerk again.
Mm-hmm.
James, you're definitely not flying it at this point.
Yeah, no.
This is not a you fly thing.
That's
And then
fair.
you guys get actually when you get on board, there is a woman waiting for you at the docking bay here.
Oh, good. I'm actually going to meet the commander of the station. Probably should have said hi before we.
I mean, you were just random people coming on board.
Yeah.
Good first impression this way.
Yeah, true.
But she looks at you, looks at the Vorta that is currently getting carted away, and then says, I almost had a heart attack when I saw a Jem'Hadar ship approaching the station. May I ask what happened? And then this
Yeah.
Cardassian walks over, whispers something in her ear, and starts walking off.
Mhm.
And she gets a look on her face for a minute, looks at him, and looks back at you.
Yeah. Do you have a room? It's going to take some. It's going to take a minute. Or do you have a? This debriefing is going to take a bit.
She'll say, come to my office.
Oh.
Go ahead and unload your guys.
Wow. That looks really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, we worked hard on that one.
Like that is the command deck.
Nice.
We didn't quite finish it. We didn't put a desk. She actually doesn't have a desk yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the idea that it's an office, but
she has
not.
a chair.
But really, it's just an empty room with her name on it.
And she looks at you all and says, so, this is an odd assortment we have here.
Oh yeah.
You came on board as strangers on a ship.
It's been my experience that you can build a functioning team out of any parts if you work hard enough.
We work together.
Says the Borg.
Well, I am disappointed in the loss of our warp drive on our only functioning ship, but you did bring us a number of prizes,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish to reward you on that. I hate to say we don't have much latinum. I could give you some if you want, or, more to the point, I could bring you on a regular basis and give you seating on making this place the best place station, the best place it can be.
That's why I'm here. I want to, build this place up, start fresh.
I agree, and also I feel like we can get your hyperdrive back up and running within a few days.
Warp drive.
Yeah, warp drive.
I can help get it back up. I can also help the station if I am allowed.
Well,
I pledge my sword to Empok Nor.
she gives a little bit of a raised eyebrow, and then something seems to click in her head. And then she smiles at that one.
Does she smile with a worried little smile?
Yeah, exactly. She'll then go, well, it's done then. You all be not founding members, but seating members of the Empok North Station. I can even, also, if you wish, anywhere but the Replomat or main area on the promenade, you can pick one of your spaces to decide what you want to do with it.
Yeah, I could use an office.
Will graciously accept in the name of the Federation.
Mm-hmm.
She'll nod and say, "Our Federation brethren are always welcome. It doesn't have to be an office. I'm letting
Mhm.
you, as a group, showing that you're resolved towards Empok Nor,
Mm-hmm.
to be the first to decide what will go there."
Ah, nice.
Oh, we all have to work together to figure out what one building or one slot is.
Mhm.
Not, I thought she was
Yeah, I
saying we
thought she was
should.
offering each our own as well.
You know what? You did actually really good. You can do 2. She'll smile and be like, "At the very least, that Romulan computer will definitely be an upgrade for ours. Federation absolutely pulled all of the computer bits out of the main computer on the station."
Why would the Federation? Oh, right. It was looted for parts. Okay. Well, that's why I brought it, and I can help install it as needed.
It'll be interesting having a Romulan computer running this place.
Well, it'll help with the Romulan cloaking device that we have also acquired.
And the hull of a Jem'Hadar ship. You are, like I said, you have brought quite the haul, along with the others.
And a
Yeah,
potential crew,
if they want.
if
She
they want.
grimaces a little bit. You don't have to roll for it, but if you have an insight that's decent,
Mhm.
you could see that thought just disgusts her.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You
she'll
seem to find the thought of a Jem'Hadar crew disturbing.
I mean, that's fair.
them with the changelings killed billions of my people.
I mean,
Yeah, we can reach out to the Dominion if you would like.
We'll find what to do with them, but for now, we
Mhm.
appreciate all that you've done.
Glad to be of service.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, she'll give you guys another smile, and then let you sits down on her chair and starts messing with a comp pad, giving you the clear indication that she is done talking to you. Yeah, there are some Cardassians and Ferengi up in here,
Mhm.
like in ops, but it is skeleton crew.
Mhm.
as we're coming out of the office, Thani will just be like, I think we should make one of those spaces a garden.
Mhm.
There are already ample aeroponics bays on this station from its previous inhabitants. I think it would be most efficient to tool one for scientific or engineering efforts.
How about a Quarks franchise?
An engine.
Oh my god, do we all open a bar?
I mean, it's always sunny in Empok Nor.
But we can discuss that in between
Mhm.
sessions.
Yeah.
I think that's good for calling it tonight. Thank you all very much for watching and listening. We are the Cobalt Cafe. You can catch us online at thecobaltcafe.com. Our handle everywhere else except Facebook, because we don't like them, is Cobalt Cafe. Or I guess we don't do the thing the young kids are doing now, TikTok. But we exist elsewhere as the Cobalt Cafe. I was Tara, your GM, and in again no particular order, we had Everoth.
Hello, I am Everoth, and I was playing a Gorn engineer.
Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I played Lieutenant Commander 16 of the Federation.
We had Tom. Tom.
You know, he might have crashed at the last minute there because he dropped
And
out
then,
of Discord.
okay.
Oh.
And then we had James.
Hey, I'm James. I play Donnie, and she roamed around and did some things. Crazy piloting. Nobody's ever going to let her fly anything again.
And
Oh, and she super offended a Bajoran Pa-Wraith.
Worshipper.
Pa-Wraith worshiper, yes.
Catch us next week on Thursday evening for us to watch episode 2. Thank you and have a good night. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.